Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So, I just had a thought, being that we've had two murders by police officers this week, and the instant momentum that's been gained by Colin Kaepernick's stance. How about if um, all black athletes formed a black union and boycotted? You know what I mean? And I think how this get great legs is through the NBA. I mean, football players wear helmets, so people don't really recognize them. Obviously, it's the most watched sports, but I think there's no more popular athlete than LeBron James, and I think the NBA as a whole is more recognizable than the starting cornerback on the Houston Texans. I don't even know who it is, but I can tell you who the backup point guard is just because I have a vision of the backup point guard on somebody's team just because I see him and I see his face. I don't really get to see the cornerback from the Houston Texans, but this will get great momentum if the NBA picks this up. Meaning LeBron James, Chris Paul. I'm gonna hold off my tongue on these guys severely until the basketball season starts, and I'm dying to hear what they have to say once the NBA season, because that obviously be one of the first 5 questions they're asked by damn near every media outlet. But what if black athletes took the picture that Bill Russell took, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, then Lou Alcindor, and the list goes on? What if we got together and took that picture, as opposed to the shoe shine moment on the ESPY Awards that Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, Chris Paul, and 2 others Carmelo Anthony stood there and said that we need to unite. And I believe they did get a standing ovation at the ESPYs. Now, how about if we took a stance and supported Colin Kaepernick like we supported Muhammad Ali? Imagine that. Imagine the world we would live in. We would, like the same thing I say about minimum wage employees. If minimum wage employees had their own union, they could shut down America. If black athletes had their own union, they could shut down the sports. Every sport. I mean, I don't know, maybe hockey, golf. But if basketball, football, and baseball, if we shut down the 3 major sports and we unemploy the people that work there, I'm not saying it, but it's the collateral damage. We shut them down. The sports broadcasters that don't have a job, that can't get a job. You know, the only ones that sits pretty are the owners, because the owners are billionaires. And that's just what they do with their play money. It's like us when we get a job, we get our beautiful the car that we want. That's what their professional team is like, their favorite car, you know, in comparison to their finances. So I just had a thought of what if. I was looking at this picture because I'm working on a film called February 17th, which coincidentally Michael Jordan, Jim Brown, and Huey P. Newton were all born on February 17th. And I spoke about this briefly, but I'm working on it now. And I'm having difficulty getting all my interviews because of the extreme nature of the film, you know, talking about their social issues. Michael Jordan being an asinine, Jim Brown being a more contemporary tough one, and Huey P. Newton being an extreme one. No one wants to talk about Michael Jordan, so I think I'm going to have to illustrate it. But what if 2016 we replicated the picture that was probably like 47 years ago? You know what I mean? So I think it was June 4th, 1967. They took this picture. So let me know what you guys think. I just thought that it would have been a hell of a picture if we supported Colin Kaepernick like the black athletes did Muhammad Ali when he didn't want to go to war. So anyways, barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.